Hi modelers, welcome back to another episode of the Model Shed. If you've not noticed something next to me, are you wondering what that is there? All will be revealed. Catch your tick. Hi modelers, welcome back. Okay, so as I said in the intro, you're probably wondering what this is here. And if you've not seen one before, most people probably just think it's a mug. I'll tell you. This is a static grass applicator, homemade one, DIY one. Yes, it looks a little bit rough around the edges, I know, but it's. I was having a look around on some online, and I thought, you know what, I could probably make one. They're so expensive, some of them, and you're talking upwards of 50 quid, and I made this for 10 or 15 quid. The other bit that I had to get was the generator inside to actually create the static. So what I'll do, I'll break this apart for you so you can have a look. Or kind of, it's a bit tricky, but yeah, I'll break it apart and we'll have a look and see how it ticks. Okay guys, right, so I've broken this down now. So what I've got on my hand here now, you can't see this at the moment, but this is a negative ion generator. This is basically what powers the static grass applicator. So these are, if I remember right, these are around, I think they're only a few quid off eBay. Yes, they had to a long lead time. I did get them from China, so I ended up buying a couple of these just in case I bust one. This is basically what powers. It's basically what you've got positive and negative, and then another negative. So the positive and negative, that will give you your basically power. So I've just basically got it and put it onto just a jack clip. So this basically comes off, so you can pull this on and off. So I've got one of these. So that's so basically that. You can just basically put it on as a 9-volt adapter, and that powers it. So basically, what you have there is you run off two. So you have then I'm going to try and get this round right. So so your positive negative is that one, and then you have your negative attached to this as well. So it's going to be a bit difficult to see in this. So your negative is all coupled up and daisy chained off it. So that'll be your basically where you pinpoint. So when you touch anything on the deck, and then that'll create. Sorry, that's actually another positive. Sorry, I do tell you a lie. So that's another positive. So when you touch it, that will give you your grounding for to create the spark to get the static. So and then obviously inside here, then you've got another one. This then attaches to this bit. So basically what I've done is I've got just a basically cheap cup and a little bit of tubing, you can see in there. So I basically cut a hole at the bottom of it. Yeah, so basically then you've got a so again, it's a bit of tube, connection on the inside, and then at the bottom there, so nothing goes down it. I just put a little bit of plastic at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that or not. So so it basically covers it and stops any grass going down into the static grass going down to the bottom into the inside of the tube here, or helps protect it at least. So that put to one side. So yeah. So then we're basically on the lid. Basically, you need to get this kind of a lid. You don't want to get a screw lid because you have to attach your positive to the metal on this side. I've seen some other people have done it where they've actually had like aluminium tabs or like a connector tab on the inside. So when you do screw it on, it just creates it, and that's always connected on the inside here. Always on there, so it always makes a contact. But I couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you, just faffing around with that. It was a bit of a quick build. I am thinking about upgrading it at some point, but when I get a chance. So yeah, so basically, I got an old baking sieve, cut the bottom out, and then just hot glued it in at the bottom, just basically cut it all out. So it was pretty straightforward, really, that, oh, it looks a bit rough already, but it works. This is the bit that I like. So so yeah, so it is basically that's it, really. Also as well, I'll put a switch on this as well, just a little 12 volt DC switch. I think this is it 9 volt or is it 12 volt, this one? Sorry, it's 12 volts. It's DC 12 volt is the iron generator. Yeah, so I've just got basically a little switch that I found at Maplin's, and it glows up and shows you that it's on as well, so at least you know it's working. So okay, so I'm going to put this back together again, and I'll show you in action. Right, okay, so I've got this back together again now. So what I'll do is basically first what you need, so I'm just going to use a little bit of test piece to show you what it does. So first of all, what you need to do is to get a little bit of glue. You want to be a bit watered down. Oh god. There we go. So I've just got a little bit of PVA glue. You don't want anything, doesn't need to be too expensive, really, to be honest with you. And a little tub, where can I find a little tub? I need one, never have one. Okay, right. So you don't need much. Right. Okay, so, and a little bit of water. So you grab a little bit watery, you don't want it too much. And kind of find an old brush that you're not particularly bothered about messing up, and give it a bit of a stir. Doesn't matter. So try and make the consistency kind of right. Now, if you wanted to do, you can put colours with this. I'll put some paint in with it to darken it out, but it does dry clear anyway. Does PVA. So what I would have probably done first is to really on the deck is probably paint this brown probably. Fortunately, I've not got any brown left at the minute. Just some acrylic brown will be fine. You know, you can get some cheap stuff or whatever, tester pots or something like that, and that should be fine. So that should be good. It should be good there. So basically, okay. So on your piece you want to use, you can then you can put some random dots wherever you want to put it. You probably can't see this now, or you can do an actual blanket piece. Oops, I don't want to drop everything. Like that. There we go. When you're doing this, only do a little bit at a time, because it's yeah, so if you only do a little bit at a time, try not to do too much, because by the time you've got to the end bit of your PVA, it's probably dried, so you have to re-PVA it again. Okay, so what I'll do then, okay, so this is PVA grass. I'm running out a bit myself actually, but you can see that there. Probably a bit dark, but yeah, so it's basically just tiny little shards of some kind of not textile, fake grass really. So you pop a bit in the bottom, so you don't need too much. What it probably would be advisable to do is to have a sheet down of greaseproof paper first, or a bit of card, and then you can shake it back in again, because you can always reuse it. So we'll just lift you guys up a little bit because you're a little bit low. There we go. Okay. So the next step is then we connect on your positive. Shut that back down. Okay. I'll leave that like that for a moment. So, okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring the camera down a bit for you so you can see it in action. Okay, right, so you should be able to see that. So you can see where I've got the bit of PVA on there. Just make sure that's still kind of wet. A bit more on there. You see, so you don't want the PVA thick when you're doing this, because otherwise if it's too thick, it'll basically just kind of end up staying laying flat. So okay, I'll plug this in. We're on. I know I'm on. I've got my green light on. Green light's on, I'm on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, so what I've got, because I'm going to try and show you a bit more, I've just stuck a spare airbrush needle in to my holder there, so at least I can create a spark for it. So if you're not too sure if it's not working out, you can, if you touch the, if you just go near the end of this, if you can hear this. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's making a spark. The sizzling noises. If you hear sizzling noises, it's a good thing. If you hear burning noises, then that's a bad thing. So basically, what you want to do is touch your area and basically shake over. The areas that you want to go for it. So it can be quite violent with it. As long as you keep touching the areas you want to use, and the more you put down, the more it's going to build up. You can always run it over again. It should create a static charge once you've got it on. There we go. Okay, I'll put that back down there now. Alright. See, it's all kind of stuck to my hand now as well there. Okay. Right. Unplug it. Okay, right, so wang everything everywhere. So you should be able to see, if I'll zoom in, all the grass is all now stood up. So I think it's a fantastic technique, and it gives you extra depth on if you're doing any dioramas or anything like that. You could get it to work for miniatures if you wanted to, just for miniature stands, but sometimes you know, it's just too small for it to actually get around, because it's a big bulky unit. But yeah, so I hope that helps you there. So, but yeah, so I hope that's helped you out there. If that's something you want to have a look into, yeah, I think that's brilliant. But yeah, to basically create and to make this, I'll repeat again, you need a negative, and that's a negative ion generator to to power it, which that'll give you your power leads, which is your positive, negative, and then a secondary positive. You run obviously you connect up to your power, and you run a spur off for the negative, to create your two polar ends, for the plus and the minus to when you're doing the static. So I'm not brilliant on the electronics side of it, but that's how I understand it. So but yeah, so I hope that helps you out. And if you got any questions, yeah, just give us a comment, and in the on the video, and yeah, so I mean, obviously with this, the world's oyster with this is brilliant. I loved it. I've done quite a few different bits with it, so I'll show you one quick. How's it gone? So this is a dusty version of a Spitfire. I'll come in a bit closer there so you can see that. So this is one of the Spitfires I've made with the static grass. So this was just on a little old picture frame. So yeah, so it kind of works. So yeah, so hope that helps. So yeah, so it's I'll pull that back there. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna crash around everywhere. So yeah, so hope that gives you some bit of inspiration. Hope it helps. So then the generators are about, the negative generators, I say they're a couple of quid on eBay, if I remember rightly. I can't remember what the seller was, to be fair, because it was quite a while back. But yeah, if you search for negative ion generators, I did get a couple, but hopefully that will work for you. Anyway, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys.